In your program, and you touched on it a little bit, how often do you pull from the floor, or how often do you finish in the catch position during the course of whatever you want to call it, a macro cycle or a season?
Power comes from the ground. So we're going to do pulls from the floor. We're going to do clean grip pulls from the floor. We're going to do snatch grip pulls from the floor. But sometime during the week, we're going to do some hang cleans, and we're going to do some hang snatches. We'll do exercise that I started where we do what it's called three position. We might do one from the upper third of the thigh, and the second rep is done right below the knee. Then the third rep is done from the floor. So it's called a three-position power clean. And then you can do the same thing with the snatch. Pulls from the floor, it's a must. You got to pull from the floor to get strong, but you can also do pulls below the knee too. An athlete is only as strong as their weakest link. You have to get this total body strength. And once again, like I say, pure strength that can't be converted to explosive strength is just of little use to an athlete. I mean, you can take, for example, a guy that's been delivering refrigerators all of his life. He weighs 300 pounds. He can maybe pick up a refrigerator on the goal line, and he can move it to the 10-yard line and put it down. One of my All-Americans at LSU and a 12-year pro, Anthony Booger McFarland, he weighed 300 pounds. He can pick it up at the goal line and get it to the 10-yard line twice as fast as the guy that can just be that's just been delivering refrigerators all of his life, because he's using just pure strength, whereas Anthony is using explosive strength. And that's what you need on the field, is explosive strength. It doesn't matter whether it's the football field, the basketball court, baseball diamond, whatever. You need explosive strength, and you need the body working as a single unit. You don't play one play with the hamstring and the next play with the pecs. You play it with the total body working as a single unit in an explosive manner. And so that is the value and the key of Olympic-style strength training and the heart of the Hatch system. Now, don't get me wrong. We got basic strength movements in there. We do benches and we do inclines. We do presses and dumbbell presses and bent over rows and pull-ups and curls and dips and all of that too. But when you rate them, we start off with the Hatch 10, and that's the snatch, the clean, the jerk, the front squat, the back squat, the snatch pull, the clean pull, and then what we call 3 and 3, or an overhead squat, where you hold a bar over your head in a snatch grip position, and you squat that for 3 to 5 times. Some of my Olympic lifters, Matt Bruce, who weighs 185 pounds, can hold 400 pounds over his head in a snatch grip and squat with it 3 times. Now, that's total body strength, because there's football players around the country that can't put it on their back and squat it correctly all the way down with the butt down to their ankles. And that's another thing about squats. Remember this, that the deeper you get, the stronger you get. So you don't want to be doing, you have more of a chance of hurting the knee if you're doing just quarter squats or so-called half squats. You want to work full range of motion. So that means you do full squats. Now, I don't say that you can't do half squats or you can't do quarter squats. First, there has to be somewhere in your program during the week where you're doing full squats before you do half squats. If you're just doing half squats and quarter squats, it's just not going to work for you. You got to do the full squats, and then on the second day, if you want to do half or quarter squats, then you can do them. But you must do full range of motion. And one thing, as an example that I always use to my coaches, is that if you take 2 kids, start them off at 13 years old, and let one of them do bench presses and curls for 2 years, and let the other youngster do power cleans and squats for 2 years, And at the end of that 2 years, you line them up against each other and let them charge at each other. Well, the kid that's been doing squats and power cleans, he'll drive that kid that's been doing just benches and curls into the wall without it just be easy. Now, we all know that kids like to bench and curl because it looks good on the beach, you know. But for functional training and on that basketball court, on that football field, on that baseball diamond, soccer, whatever, it's you got to have explosive strength and power.